Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Good evening, everyone. We are from Group 7. Let we introduce ourselves first. I'm Kurnia Lisda as an moderator, and we have Winda Raudatul Jannah and Via Yolanda as group members who will presenting our material today. Today, our topic is about teaching writing skills. This include literacy, approaches to student writing, writing lesson sequences and portfolio, journals, and letters. The first material will be explained by Winda. Winda, the time is yours.
Okay, we will start with the literacy. Point 1. Modern literacy goes beyond reading and writing. It involves understanding language used in various social contexts. The first point explains that modern literacy is more than just the ability to read and write. Today, literacy is also means being able to understand how language works in different social situations. And then writing requires mastery of handwriting, spelling, layout, and punctuation. To write effectively, we need several basic technical skills. These include clear handwriting, correct spelling, proper layout, and accurate punctuation. All of this help make writing understandable and professional. And then English for academic purposes, EAP emphasizes essential academic writing skills. In English for academic purposes, students must learn how to write clearly, logically, and formally. Academic writing requires coherence, accuracy, and careful organization. Next slide. And then next, basic writing skills. First is writing. Still important despite widespread use of computers. Even though almost everyone uses computers today, basic writing skills are still important. Students still need this skill for exams, note taking, filling forms, and many daily tasks. And then needed in exams, notes, forms, and real-life tasks. This refers to handwriting and the physical process of forming letters and words. Good handwriting helps convey meaning clearly. And then next is block meaning but can affect the writer's credibility. Spelling mistakes may not always block meaning, but they can make writing look less credible. English spelling is difficult because the sound-spelling relationship is inconsistent. So student needs practice and challenge. Sound spelling inconsistency. And then students learn to identify strategies, phoneme exercise, spelling patterns, dictation tasks. Then next, layout and punctuation vary across genres and cultures. Layout and punctuation vary across cultures and text types. However, they are essential for clarity, logical flow, and showing pauses or intonation in writing. Next slide. Approaches to teaching writing. Point one, process and product. The product approach focuses on the final result. Students look at model text and try to produce something similar. The process approach focuses on stage planning, drafting, revising, and editing. It helps students see writing as a development process. And then genre approach. Writing seen as a social activity with specific structures and purposes. Students learn to identify and apply features of various text types, letters, reports, review, and articles. In the genre approach, writing is seen as a social activity. Each genre, such as letters, reports, or articles, has its own rules. Students learn to identify these rules and use them when writing. Next slide.
Okay, I'm going to talk about types of writing and classroom activities. Kita akan fokus pada 3 jenis utama, yaitu creative writing, cooperative writing, and building the writing habit. The first one is creative writing. Creative writing is all about imagination, self-expression, and confidence. Dengan aktivitas ini, student can explore their ideas freely and express their feeling in a fun way. Examples, poems atau puisi pendek, short story, yaitu cerita singkat, script, dialog atau skenario kecil. This type of writing encourages students to think creatively and develop their unique voice. The second is comparative writing. Next, we have comparative writing, yaitu menulis secara berpasangan atau kelompok. In this activity, students can brainstorm ideas together. Share thanks and replies is other work. The main goal is collaboration when students work together. The writing process becomes more dynamic and less overwhelming. Ketiga, building the writing habit. The third type is building the writing habit. Teacher provide engaging topics, sport, and motivating activities. Ini fokus pada bagaimana guru bisa membuat student lebih enjoy dan konsisten di writing. Examples, sentence completion, atau melanjutkan kalimat. Kedua, writing about music, menulis tentang perasaan setelah mendengar lagu. Ketiga, picture-based writing, membuat cerita dari gambar. These activities are simple but effective to build writing routines and confidence. Okay, next slide. About writing purposes and teacher roles. Ada 3 poin yang akan kita bahas. Yang pertama itu writing for learning, yang kedua writing for writing, yang ketiga teacher roles. The first is writing for first. Teaching writing for language practice. The first purpose of writing is using writing to reinforce grammar or vocabulary. Dalam konteks ini, writing digunakan sebagai alat untuk memperkuat materi bahasa yang sudah dipelajari. Contohnya, student writes sentences using new vocabulary. Practice specific grammar structures in short paragraphs. The goal is acquiring and understanding of language form. The second is writing for writing, yaitu writing sebagai keterampilan mandiri. Here, the focus is on fluency, how smoothly student can write. And next, coherence, how well ideas are connected. And style, the uniqueness of their writing. In this text, writing is not just about grammar. It's about expression, organization, and clarity. This helps students become confident and independent writers. And the last one is teacher roles. In teaching writing, the teacher has 3 essential roles. First, motivator. Guru berperan sebagai motivator yang membantu meningkatkan kepercayaan diri siswa. Teacher encourage participation, reduce anxiety, and create a sportive environment. The second researcher. As a researcher, the teacher provides vocabulary support, guidance, example or model of good writing. Students can rely on the teacher when they need help or inspiration. And last one, feedback provider. The teacher must also be a feedback provider. Guru memberikan feedback yang konstruktif, clear, and supportive. This helps students understand their strengths and improve their weakness without feeling discouraged.
Okay, I will explain about portfolio and language reflection. Portfolio collects students' written work to track progress. The example of portfolio is a collection of students' work, such as projects, reports, emails, over time. Portfolio used for assessment, building pride, and helping teachers understand students' learning strategies. And then the European language portfolio. These include language biography and language passport. In language biography, students reflect on language skill or can do statements and learning experiences. In language passport, a public summary of their oral and written abilities. European language portfolio supports learning and enhance pride in language development. Next slide, please. The conclusion of this material: teaching writing must be balanced between technical basis, such as handwriting, spelling, and punctuation, and cognitive or social process, such as process approach and genre. Teachers act as motivators, resources, and feedback providers. Familiarizing students to write cooperatively and creatively can build confidence and skills. Okay. That is our material. Now I will open Q&A session. Do you have any question at this point? If there isn't, raise your hand. Okay, Zikra, please please.
Okay, so my question is, what is the purpose of having a creative writing as its own school subject? Shouldn't standard writing class be enough for students' learning needs?
Oke, saya akan menjawab pertanyaan Jikra. Creative writing jadi mata pelajaran tersendiri karena memberi ruang yang nggak didapat di kelas menulis biasa. Minta buat laporan tentang pengaruh sampah plastik di laut. Tapi di creative writing, mereka bisa menulis cerita dari sudut pandang seekor penyu yang mencari ikan. Contoh lainnya, kelas menulis biasa fokus pada paragraf yang rapi, tapi di creative writing, siswa bisa menuangkan perasaan lewat puisi tentang kehilangan atau persahabatan, atau pula mimpi mereka tersendiri. Di situ siswa belajar hal yang lebih personal, yaitu berani bercerita, mengekspresikan diri, dan menemukan gaya penulisan mereka sendiri. Itu yang bikin creative writing penting dan beda. Contohnya itu, kalau misalnya kelas yang kelas writing standar siswa itu sebenarnya media sosial berdampak pada remaja. Kalau creative writing, andai internet hilang besok pagi, hidup Rani pasti kacau. Okay, that's all.
Okay, thank you, Via, for your answer. Okay, that is our material today. I hope you are enjoy and understand what we are convey. I think enough here. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.